body buying. Look me in my eyes, don't that feel nice?
Guys, it's literally all in the simple little things you do. You don't need to be doing all this crazy stuff to make her notice you. Here are the sexiest little things you can do to make her notice you. When we're walking on the sidewalk and you push us to the inside. That's so freaking cute. You can simply bring her a coffee in the morning, preferably Starbucks. We're driving and you put your hand on our thigh. No words. Literally FaceTime her. I love getting FaceTime calls. I don't know, it just hits different. Bring her flowers, even if there's no occasion. We love flowers. Bring her a box of chocolate. The key to my heart, roll up those sleeves. I don't care if it's beaming hot outside. Put on a long sleeve and roll them up. And undo those 3 first buttons. So many more. So if you want a part 2, comment down below.
Today, I'm going to teach you how to get your crush to notice you. I'm not going to give you the typical advice that you always hear, because guys, that shit doesn't work. If you do these things, your crush is guaranteed to know you, and hopefully like you. Number 1, you are never going to get your crush to notice you by staring at them from across the room. You need to make yourself known. Trust me, I know making the first move can be super scary, but you have to put your heart on the line. This can literally look like requesting to follow them on Instagram, adding them on Snapchat, or going up to them at a party. Whatever you do, you need to make yourself known. Next. You've probably been going about it the wrong way all along. You need to talk to your crush first as a potential friend, so they get to know the real you. If you come on too strong, flirting, and trying to get in their pants, they're just gonna categorize you with everyone else. To make them like you, you need to have good conversations with them. Ask them questions and be interested in what they're talking about, even if you're not. Next, this tip might be a tiny bit toxic, but don't hate the player, hate the game. Once you've made yourself known to your crush, you need to back off and give them a tiny bit of space. Having a crush is like a dance. When one person pulls back, the other person comes forward. And as people say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Give them a chance to initiate something back to you. Okay, go to part 2 for more.
So gents, do you want to know how you can up your game so that you can start getting more choosing signals? Well, you came to the right place. This is Gentlemen and Scholars, where we discuss dating, style, and personal development. So if you're into becoming a better version of yourself, definitely make sure that you like and subscribe as we release new videos daily at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So for today's topic, we'll be going over 10 different ways for you to start getting more choosing signals. So for tip number 1, that is going to be to emulate confidence. So one of the best ways that you can emulate confidence is going to be through your body language. So you're going to want to be checking this throughout the day to make sure that you're displaying all the positive body language signs. So check your shoulders. Are your shoulders hunched forward? Are you slightly poking your chest forward? Demonstrating confident body language, confident posture. Are you giving weak handshakes out, when you're conversing with people? Or are you giving nice firm handshakes matching the level of strength of the other party? Also, when you're sitting, are you someone that sits with your legs closed, demonstrating that you may be a little uncomfortable, or do you have your legs slightly spread out? So, that demonstrates comfortability, that you're comfortable within the space, and, that you're not closed off. So that also pertains to other parts of your body as well. So, are you walking around with your arms folded and, kind of looking around, or are you just more open and demonstrating a more relaxed demeanor, a more relaxed appearance? So these are things that you're definitely going to want to be checking. And furthermore, you're going to want to make sure that you're watching the things that you say as well. So gentlemen, when you're out and you're talking and conversing, you want to make sure that you're not giving little hints that are indicative of some of the insecurities that you maybe have or might be dealing with. So definitely make sure that you're checking these things. Definitely make sure that you're checking your self-talk. And if you're unfamiliar with self-talk, that's that little voice in your head that's always kind of going. Make sure that it's whispering words of encouragement and not whispering negative things that are indicative of some of the insecurities that you may have. So if you see that beautiful woman and you want to go talk to her, make an approach, You know, is it whispering encouraging words like, hey, you can go do that? Or is it saying things like, oh, she would never want somebody like you, or, you know, she probably is married, or whatever the case may be. You want to make sure that you have this in check and that you're cognizant of any negative things that are constantly reoccurring within your mind. You know, you want to make sure that you're breaking these patterns, and really the first step is to become cognizant of it in the first place. So, you know, a lot of you know, you have this negative self-talk going, and, you know, you're not even aware, you know, but it's definitely present throughout your daily lives. So definitely something to pay attention to. So for tip number 2, for you to get more choosing signals, that's going to be to use open body language. So, you know, we kind of spoke on this previously, but the idea here is, you know, to have more open body language, because, you know, number one, it's more inviting to anybody that may want to speak to you, that, you know, might be interested in you. This is just going to give a more inviting appearance. And one way that you can do it is, you know, with your hands, right? So if you guys have noticed, I tend to talk with my palms facing outward. This is something that gives a signal that, you know, the person is telling the truth. So the person is being truthful in what they're saying. It's also, you know, again, more inviting, you know. Additionally, you're gonna wanna make sure, as aforementioned, to not have your arms closed, and, you know, you wanna make sure that you have open posture, you know, your legs are spread out. So these are all things that are indicative of comfortability within the space. And additionally, in terms of being more open, you know, when you do see somebody that you may be interested in, or maybe not even interested in, just, you know, somebody that looks your way as you're walking by on the street, you know, just look at them, shoot them a smile. And this could, you know, if they smile back at you, this could be an invitation to start up a quick conversation with them. You know, and as it relates to dating and, you know, courting, if you see a woman, she looks in your direction, you look back at her, you shoot her a smile, she shoots you a smile, this could be an invitation to go and make an approach. So I wouldn't hesitate to do that. I would immediately go and make an approach. But for you gents that, you know, maybe are a little lazy, or you're kind of concerned with getting rejected, you know, if you want to, you can just go ahead and wave her over to you like this. You know, if you see all the signs, you know, she looks in your direction, you look back at her, you shoot her a smile, she smiles back, maybe she starts blushing a little bit, then you could just wave her over like this, and, you know, see what she does. You know, if she says, hey, like, you know, no, or she says, you know, you come to me, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go over to her. I would just wave her over to me. And, you know, usually if they gave you those choosing signals, you know, more than likely they are in fact interested, because, you know, that's 3 different in succession, right? So you have, you know, she stared at you, you know, she smiled at you, and then she started blushing, and then you waved her over. More than likely she's going to come if those things do take place. But if she doesn't, or she tries to wave you over, like I said, I wouldn't do it. And, you know, that's just how I would handle it. But if you see that, more than likely she is interested. So tip number 3 for ways to get more choosing signals, that is going to be working on your appearance. So gents, this is very important. You're gonna want to be working on your appearance and, you know, constantly improving, right? You know, this channel is all about continuous improvement and personal growth. So the idea is just to be getting a little bit better each and every day. So, you know, you're gonna wanna make sure that you have a gym routine, right? You know, you're gonna wanna go consistently and have specific things that you're working on when you get there. You know, don't be those guys meandering around the gym, not really sure what you wanna do. You wanna have a clear idea of the things that you're working on, and, you know, the type of body and type of physical shape that you're working towards. You know, the more clear that you are on a goal, the easier it is to achieve it. So you want to get clear on this up front, and then that way you'll be able to easily achieve that goal. Additionally, you're going to want to do things like developing an efficient grooming routine. So you're going to want to have, you know, something that you can maintain and, you know, keep going and something that is effective, right? So definitely make sure that you have a grooming routine that is ideal for you. Additionally, you're going to want to do things like trying out different hairstyles until you find something that you really like and that works well for you. I see a lot of gentlemen make the mistake of, copying other people's hairstyles or, different people in their peer group kind of, following after them. But really the idea here is to find something that works really well with you. And that's particularly because we're all kind of built a little bit different, right? While other things might work really well for other types of people because, you have things like the face shape and, facial structure and those little details that really do make a difference. So you're going to want to make sure that you pay attention to these things and find something that works best for you. Also, you can do little things like, manicure, pedicure, just little things that are just good hygiene habits to have, and add these into your routine. So piggybacking on the aforementioned, for tip number 4 on how to get more choosing signals from women, that is going to be to develop a bespoke personal avatar. So really what we're talking about here is that you're going to want to develop your own personal style. So really, first things first, you're going to want to get clear on the type of style that you want to have. So, what would your ideal self look like? What would they wear? Where would they shop? What would their overall look like? And if you're unsure about this, I would look to personal influences within your life. If you have anybody that's inspiring or maybe dresses really well or just has a really unique aesthetic, just get a few people and kind of use them as influences. If you don't have any in your personal life, you can use different influences that you may have on the web, maybe on TV, to kind of get clear on the ideal self that you have in mind. So this is definitely something that will be huge for you guys and will certainly help to get you more choosing signals. But be aware not to steal a person's persona entirely. This is just not something a gentleman would do. So make sure that whatever personal avatar or your style that you come up with is unique to you. So for tip number 5 for, ways to get more choosing signals from women, that is going to be to put yourself in the ideal spaces and, create opportunities for yourself to meet the right type of woman that you're looking for. So again, gents, the idea here is to get as clear as possible on the type of woman that you're looking to attract. So, really initially you should be thinking, hey, where would my ideal type of woman, where would they be? So if you're looking for somebody that's maybe, really stimulating in terms of their conversation and, the different things that they talk about, or maybe they're just highly educated, then you might find this type of person in a library, for instance. Or maybe even in a coffee shop, they might be reading or getting work done there. So, the idea is to get really clear on the type of woman that you're looking for. Of course, you want her to be attractive, but, outside of that, what are some of the characteristics that you're looking for in a woman? Maybe you want them to be super athletic and, somebody that takes their personal health seriously. Then maybe you want to go look in a gym setting. So these are just different things to consider and will definitely help you in the long run for sure, and also help you to get choosing signals, because when you're doing things that you love and in environments that you love, and people can tell that you're kind of in your element, of course this is going to be attractive to the opposite sex. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars family, and consider checking out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for free resources, Gentlemen and Scholars merch, book recommendations, consultation services, and our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, where you'll learn personal development tips on how to build a successful life and become the gentleman of your dreams, style tips to develop an eye-catching, attractive, and unique personal avatar, and dating tips to attract, court, and keep the woman of your dreams. Visit the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for more. Now back to the video. So for tip number 6 for the different ways to receive more choosing signals for women, that is going to be, well, to learn how to read choosing signals. So gentlemen, if you're doing all of the things that have been mentioned in this video, more than likely you're already receiving choosing signals from women. So the idea here is to get clear on the different signals so that when you spot them, because it can happen really quick and it can be hard to sort of spot. So you want to make sure that you're keen on the different signals and you're well versed and you're very aware. That way you're able to read the signals and look for clusters. And by clusters, I mean you want to see more than one signal. You want to see several in succession. And then that will give you the best opportunity to have a successful approach or call her over to you. But the idea here is to be able to gauge her level of attraction towards you and really get a sense of where she's at. But a lot of you guys are walking around sort of blind, not really understanding or not really clear on the signals that women are sending to you. And again, this can happen throughout the day. It can be constant and it can be quick. So you want to make sure that you are keen on these things. So again, you want to read them in clusters. So you want to look for several in succession. And then that should give you great confidence that, hey, this woman is in fact interested. So at that point, don't hesitate to make an approach or don't hesitate to call her over to you. But the idea here is to really get clear on those signs. So if you are someone that wants to get, maybe tune your game or get better or familiarize yourself with the choosing signals, definitely take a look in the description. There is a comprehensive video on choosing signals, kind of going through each and every one, the common ones that you'll see, and giving, real life examples and breakdowns of how, they're displayed and what you should do once you see them. So, I made a really comprehensive video on that. I'm not going to go over them all here, but some of the common ones you'll see, strong eye contact, in a lot of cases, if the woman's really confident, she won't look away. She wants to make it very clear that she has her eyes on you. So, there's that, there's smiling, there's, blushing, there's, revealing certain parts of the body, the underarms. These are areas that release pheromones, which are attractive to men. The neck, revealing the neck to you. So they might twirl their hair to kind of reveal their neck. These are just some of the things that you'll see bumping into you, proximity. So they're coming right in your space, right in your line of sight to make sure that they're being seen. So these are the different things that you'll see. And is definitely indicative of high interest. And that's particularly if you see clusters, you're seeing several, let's say 3 in succession. So tip number 7 is going to be constantly interacting with people. So, when you're out and about, you want to make sure that you are taking every opportunity to be social and to be engaging with people. This is just going to tighten your game and is going to make sure that you are prepared when you do see an opportunity present itself. But additionally, it's going to get you more keen on some of the signals and little nuances that you might not be so keen on right now. And don't be afraid to look at people. If you're somebody that's, going through life just not looking at people, recognize that you're missing the majority of communication, because anybody familiar with body language will tell you that 90% of communication is non-verbal. So if you're going through life and you're just afraid to look people in the eyes, afraid to look at people to, let them know that you're looking in their direction, you are missing out on communication. So don't be this type of person. And over time, you will begin to pick up on some of the nuances. For instance, if you go up to a woman and, you're having a conversation with her and, you're asking her really thought-provoking questions, and maybe she's circling back with one-word answers, and she's not asking you any questions in return, and she just really seems a little disengaged, or maybe just being friendly but not too into the conversation. You'll begin to pick up on little things like that, and at that point, you don't even have to ask for the number. You can just kind of say, hey, have a great day, and just keep it moving. So, these are little things to pay attention to, but definitely will help you to develop that awareness and, definitely help you to get more choosing signals. For tip number 8, that is going to be exploring hobbies that you enjoy. So really the idea here is to explore hobbies that, interests that really compel you, because this is going to put you in a space where, you'll be surrounded by people, yes, but you'll also be doing something that you love, and you'll be, connecting with like-minded people. So really that's the idea here, to be around like-minded people, because there's a higher likelihood that you guys will gel. So this will help you to build out your social group, and additionally will help you to find really cool, really compelling women. So, definitely be doing this, definitely be exploring those hobbies that you maybe put on the back burner. This will put you in the right space around like-minded people. And yes, it will help you to get more choosing signals. So tip number 9 for the different ways to get more choosing signals from women, that is going to be to put on a suit. So gents, I do not care if you are, young, maybe you're 12 years old, 14, 16, 18, 20, 30, it doesn't matter. A suit will always be something, let me back up, a tailored, well-fitted suit, that's gonna be always something that's gonna get women's attention. So you're gonna want to make sure that you incorporate this into your wardrobe, yes, and you might wanna get a collection going, because when you throw this on and it fits you really well, and maybe you put yourself in a public setting, and you're kind of just doing your thing, maybe getting some work done, so on and so forth, more than likely you will receive some choosing signals from women. And this is especially true if you've been doing all of the other things on the list. Yes, you put yourself in a public setting where maybe you're standing out, I don't know, at a coffee shop, at a library, so on and so forth, and you have on a well-fitted suit that's tailored to fit, you more than likely will be receiving some choosing signals from women. And last but not least, for tip number 10 for the different ways to receive more choosing signals from women, that is going to be to get and read the Gentleman and Scholar's Ultimate Handbook. So yes, gents, you're gonna wanna get the handbook that I wrote that goes over all the different dating, style, personal development tips that you need to 10x your personal growth. It goes over all of those things. It goes over some of the mindset blockers that you guys are dealing with that, is really preventing you from making true progress when it comes to this personal growth or personal development stuff. So if you want to take your life into your own hands and really get some true progress, I would highly encourage you to check out the Gentleman and Scholars Ultimate Handbook that's available on the Gentleman and Scholars Club website. Yes, it's gentlemanandscholarsclub.com. And all you have to do to get the free ebook version is enter your name and email, and it'll download right then and there. Or you can get the hardcover copy as well. The choice is yours, but the ebook version is free. So if you want to know, hey, does this guy know what he's talking about, or is this really going to get me quick progress, then just go ahead and check out that ebook version. I am very confident that you'll be satisfied with that. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If you do have any questions for me, definitely feel free to give a shout. Definitely like and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and like and hit that notification bell as well. Super important. But definitely let me know down below, what you think about this one. Are there any, things that were missed that will help men and, aspiring gentlemen to get more choosing signals? Definitely let us know in the comment section down below. But until next time, gentlemen and scholars. Hey gents, hope you enjoyed the video. And check out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, free resources, book recommendations, consultation services, and some pretty slick Gentlemen and Scholars merch. GNS hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, and so much more. Until next time, gentlemen and scholars. Hey gents, if you enjoyed this video, check out some bespoke video recommendations here and here. And subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars Club.